Kia ora e whama, and welcome to a tarot reading with me. Got rice in my teeth. Okay. He hono re he karoria ma ngā rongo ki te whenua whakaro pai e ki ngā tangata katoa. Ake. Amene. Right. Reading. Wisdom of the Oracle I'm going to use today. And it's going to be a quick reading. So the overall energy, past, present and future. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the underlying energy. So, Heavenly Father, Spirit, Guides and Angels, 2.0 above. What is the energy above and around us? So above us is the never-ending story. It's a beginning though, because 3 and 7 add up to 10. So maybe a karmic cycle going around and round the mulberry bush, possibly. I'm going to read what it says in the book. Oh, maybe I'll do that at the end. So yeah, I'll do that at the end. Heavenly Father, Spirit, Guides and Angels, 2.0 above. Okay, I just answered myself. I think that's a sign of madness. Oh, past is to be fair. So yeah, that's like the justice energy, and our present energy, round and round. 7. So round and round and round. Okay, so why is this happening over and over again? Let's reassess the situation. And going forward is higher power. Stability. Again, this time the universe is going, okay, there's around and around and around. It's got to stop. You've obviously, okay, e huama, we've obviously paid back karma, or we're up to date with our karma with justice energy and the round and never-ending story. I feel like it's a karmic cycle that maybe we feel like we're stuck in same bullshit. And at the bottom of the deck is not for you. It's a 6, harmony and balance. Not for you. So I'm going to read what the author has to say about this. Okay, I'm in a bit of a good mood because I've just eaten something really, really yummy. That's why I'm still fucking it on my teeth. 37, 28. Never-ending story. The essential meanings. Self-criticism. Sorry, I don't know why. It's really annoying me. There we go. The wounded ego and unnecessary dramas. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection, humiliation, self-loathing, arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. There's the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there. Not for you. Should not say that lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. This is what I feel is the protection in our future energy. Where was I? Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Yes, we are not the narrators of our destiny. Our higher power is. As a relationship message, clear my voice for this one. Sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other, more complex reason. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is. However, right, now you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Round and round, never-ending story. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. Okay, prosperity message. That was pretty deep. So for money, fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of past failures? Financial insecurity scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling the story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. That's really, I love this. It's gorgeous. Okay, protection. Like I said, there's some kind of protection in our future coming forward. They've had enough of seeing us go round and round and never-ending story stuff, all this kind of stuff. This is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. We were talking about this the other day, about people, an analogy where other people's problems can be called monkeys, and you have to reassess whether or not you're carrying their monkeys on your back while you're carrying your own monkeys. So that's what we were kind of saying about monkeys the other day. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is not my circus, not my monkeys. All this drama will pass and you'll carry on unscathed and blameless. Oh, that's trippy. Okay, I haven't even read that. Oh, okay, anyway. I suppose I do have a gift of some kind. I don't know what it is, to be honest. Okay, to be fair. Essential meanings: balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Okay, the Oracle's message: life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing, yet over time they strike a balance. You move from being stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you're not content with where you're at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you'll see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Okay, relationship message. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There's much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective. weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued and respected. Manaakitanga e hoa mā, be fair to all. For money or prosperity, now is a time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail and you will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you'll be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiation. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. Keep this as your truth, and so it will be. For protection, injustice and inequity are part of life, but they do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else, or are called to answer for a personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it because you can make a difference. One thing is for certain, if fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy and courage. I need a moment. This is kind of heavy. Oh, feeling quite heavy about that one. Not in a bad way, like that was knowledge coming in. Wow. What do they call it in tarot world? Download. It was getting a download or upload. Download. Epiphany, a moment, hot flash, whatever. Round and round. Let's see what round and round is. This is really heaps of fun tonight, I should say. 25. Essential meanings. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Oh, these are the essential meanings. So the spiral quality of events, here I'll show the card. When a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Okay, the Oracle's message. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can assess the wisdom and lessons learned. Learned. Ako e hoama. Relationship message. Are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. Being drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place. That's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Okay, prosperity message. If you're in a scenario that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past in your work life, it is because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. So it's kind of like going back to the future. You know, you get to change the past. You know, they kind of get to go around the karmic wheel just one more time, or maybe 10 more times, depending on who you are. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate, who sabotages you, who supports you, what are the similar signs and your responses to them when you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern of the past. It's a good time to get a coach or mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Then you will free yourself from the old cycles and cease going round and round. Protection message. Are you refusing to see your own personal responsibility for repeating lessons you don't need to relearn? You have to surrender now to the fact that you are the common denominator in all these repeat performances. Be happy, for this is a wonderful spot to be in. You can now see the cycles that you wish to exit. Once you figure out that you have the power to stop going round and round, you possess the key to your freedom. Be good to yourself. It's not about blame, but accountability. You can have the abundant life filled with love and prosperity that Spirit so wants for you. And that brings us to our future energy of the higher power. Okay. I need a big breath for this one. Conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things. That's like Modi. Committing to a partnership with Spirit. The Oracle's message, this card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. This time you need to be conscious of your connection to Spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You're always protected and divinely directed. Yeah. Relationship. It's time to reduce how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Like Kali or Ganesh, whatever God, Tane Mahuta, Tangaroa. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. Okay, for my favorite bit, prosperity. Sometimes your work just flows through you, ideas come rushing in, and inspiration bubbles up from a wellspring you didn't even know you could exist. When you enter agreements, begin projects, and negotiate deals with Spirit as your partner, you'll always succeed. Let your higher power lead. The synchronicities and intuitive nudges you feel will help you see which way you are being pointed, giving you confidence to move forward in the right direction. Don't forget to give credit where it is due. You wouldn't be a success without Spirit's guidance. Humility will serve you well when this symbol appears. Protection. Now is the time to examine what you are giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. If you are obsessing about being right, about old resentments, or failed expectations about money or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want Spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no greater source than Spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. I already know that. Hope you do too, Ihuama. Oh, and the last one, not for you. Sexy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six in French. Ono in Māori. Tasi lua tole wha lima Ono. It's ono in Samoan. Or is it fono? Okay, I'm getting back on track. Okay, not for you. Essential meanings. A clear knowing that something is being denied. Rejection is God's protection. A clear knowing that something is being denied from you. So this could be losing something. Rejection is God's protection. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now. That indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. And trust this. Excuse me. As a relationship message, some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning. The red flags escape your observation or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. Okay, for money, you can strategize and project and systemize and invest all your time and energy. Sometimes your best laid plans seem to go awry in spite of it all. Keep in mind that no effort is wasted. Fail fast and learn from defeat. Then keep going. You'll eventually succeed. Although perhaps not at this game, not at this time, know when to fold your cards. You got to know when to hold 'em. Know when to run away. Know where to run. You gotta count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the evening's done. Oh, Kenny Rogers. Oh, that felt good. Okay, protection message. Have I read the... Yeah. Don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There is nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself. And nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now's the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. So, e hoama, that's our reading. I did say it will be short and it's not even. But anyway, aroha nui.